For as long as I can remember, they've been telling us to enjoy it while they're young, but our days are filled with chaos and stress and cooking and endless laundry piles. Where's the time to enjoy it? Yeah, that's what I always thought too. There's so much I have to do. When do I find time for peace and joy and happiness when I barely have time to sleep? Mama, it's time to make shift happen. You can be a happy mom. If I can, you can. Trust me. I've been a mess. I've been depressed. I've been overwhelmed. I've been to the bottom of the pits, and I've risen. I've grown. I've bloomed. And it all started when I realized I didn't have to anything. I get to. It is my privilege and my honor and my divine responsibility to be the queen of my home. It's not a burden. I'm not a burden. I'm in charge. I'm the ruler. I'm the chaos coordinator. I'm the calm in the storm. And so are you. Come with me. Let's rise, mamas. Adjust your crown. Accept your responsibility. Change the effing world together. It's all in the way we choose to see it. I'm so glad you're here, friend. You're listening to Meant to Bloom with Brittany Clarkson. Hello, my beautiful, beautiful friend. Thank you for joining me here again on another episode of Meant to Bloom. Today's topic is super important, aren't they all? I mean, I don't come on here just to talk. I'm always here to share something that I think is going to benefit somebody out there somewhere in some way. But I have this friend who has been like just working herself into the ground, trying to balance work and life and motherhood and wifely duties, and she's just kind of getting a little bit burnt out on that. And she's working on this really amazing project that involves a lot of writing, and she's telling me, I think I need to take a day off from writing. And I'm telling her, like, yeah, you should definitely take a full day off. Go rest. We are called to rest weekly. Sabbath rest is something I really believe in. I do not practice what I preach on this one. I tried to. I have the intention to, but I'm not great at the pre-planning to go into like a full-on Sabbath rest of really like doing nothing for a full day on a consistent basis of like setting aside one specific day every single week. I'm not great at that, but I am really great at having do nothing days. Okay? I am great at making sure that I rest before my body makes me rest. Typically, I mean, sometimes I get thrown off and caught off guard during the certain time of the month, and I'm forced to rest on a different day than I had planned. But with that, give yourself grace. It's fine. We do what we do. We do the best we can with what we have. We keep on going. We keep on growing. But anyways, I never thought I'd have to come on here and have this conversation. I never thought I'd have to have this conversation with anyone because rest seems so easy to me. It seemed to me like the only hard part of rest was not stressing while rest. Like I can physically just sit. That's okay for me. Like I know how to plan a day of doing nothing. But it's a matter of whether when I sit to relax or I try to do something that fulfills me, am I being mentally drawn away by chores and tasks and projects that have not been completed? Or am I being present and focusing on what I'm doing right now? I kind of thought that was the tricky part. But my friend literally sent me this text when I told her it was time for her to rest. And I'm telling you, it's probably time for you to rest too. We're gearing up for the holidays here. And I'm personally really sick of getting in this pattern of wearing myself so thin every holiday season and not enjoying it. But, trying to make sure everything goes perfectly and then nothing goes perfectly because perfect doesn't exist. And then like just getting stressed and getting worn out and getting exhausted. And then every January falling into that, like, well, things need to change. I need to simplify. I need to not forget to drink water for 3 days. I need to actually sleep. Like, I'm really sick of that pattern. So if you're on board with me, let's start. Let's start being who we want to be next year right now in November. Let's get a 2-month head start on who we want to be, what we want our lives to look like. Let's start now. Why wait to the new year? That's an arbitrary date created by people just to track the passing of time as we know it. And it's It doesn't really mean anything unless you attach meaning to it. I attach meaning to every day of my life. Right now is the best time to start. Let's drink water. Let's get sleep. Let's rest. Like truly, really, really rest. And let's have do nothing days once a week. Okay? I love my do nothing day. But my friend, when I told her to rest, she texts me, "What does a resting day look like for you?" Because I'm not sure what a rest day looks like. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, you're right." Like I was deemed lazy growing up. My mom always told me I was lazy because I am a champion at do nothing days. I can sit and do nothing. It was learning to not stress while doing nothing that was like a challenge for me. And that all just comes down to giving yourself grace. That all comes down to knowing that I mean, I used to stress so bad whenever someone would be like, "Well, the dishes can wait. They'll be waiting for you when you're ready." And I'm like, "Well, knowing they're waiting stresses me out more." So here's how I do a do nothing day. Okay. I usually plan it ahead. I know it's a day where I'm not going to have appointments. I'm not going to have interviews. I'm not going to, have a to do list on this day. I'm not going to be running errands. Like at minimum, I'm going to take my kid to school drop off and I'm going to go back and pick up that kid from school. Like we're not doing anything else. Maybe we'll go through a fast food drive through so that I don't have to cook them any kind of lunch that they can, refuse to eat. Maybe that's what we do. But I really feel into a do nothing day. I do not plan the do nothing day. And you know what? Sometimes I pick up my kids from school and I'm feeling so awesome for my do nothing day. We'll go play at the park. We will play at the park. Not they'll play and I'll sit on my phone. We'll play at the park. Okay? I love playing Lava Monster with my kids when I have the energy to do it. Um, but that is just beautiful memories that I love creating with them. For myself, not just for them. Like like it's very selfish of me playing Lava Monster with them because I love those little giggles. Um, but anyways, so for my do nothing day, I literally plan to do nothing and I go with the flow. All right. I don't get all legalistic in saying that I'm not allowed to clean or I'm not allowed to leave the house. I just be sure that my schedule is empty. It's just a white day, a blank page in my planner. Um, and I don't allow myself to create a to-do list on this day. I allow myself just to have room and space to be and to breathe. And if I want to sit and like just veg out and watch Gilmore Girls all day while the kids have screen time in the other room, like I don't care. That's okay. We need those days some days, right? As long as that doesn't become a pattern where it lasts like a whole week or 2 weeks and like you're just throwing your whole life away and not caring about anything anymore, like that's maybe something to be concerned about, a new problem to address. But if you have a day or 2 days where you need to just like chill and Netflix, um, and just like binge eat some food that makes you feel cool, like do that. Like if your kids are taken care of, that's it. Like you don't have to do amazing things every single day. You existing is amazing. Being able to operate from a place of love is amazing. So if you need to recalibrate and take a day, do it. You should be recalibrating every week, but not every no do nothing day doesn't always have to look the same. It can look totally different every time. Um, but yeah, if you need to just like veg out and watch TV, do that. Um, I will usually start my do nothing day with a 10-minute tidy up because I feel so good that I'm going to do nothing today while I'm brewing up my pot of coffee because that happens for me every single day. So while I'm brewing my coffee on a do nothing day, I'll usually do a quick sweep of the house where I'll pick up trash. I'll do a quick little vacuum of the living room just so I'm not stepping on like popcorn bits from the day before. And I will usually like load the dishwasher so that it's ready to go. Or, I'll clear my kitchen counters, even if it means that I'm piling all the dishes into the sink. But at least then it feels better when I go in there to get something to eat and like the kitchen's not this disgusting mess waiting for me. It's just like this consolidated mess in the sink. To me, that feels very different to have a sink of dishes to wash versus the entire kitchen is a mess. So I will do that. And it's usually just a 10-20 minutes tops of a quick cleanup. And then I feel like I can rest because the house is just clean enough. Right? Um, But I just don't want to be stressing about that. So I know that about myself and I'll clean that. Um, and a lot of days I will just snuggle up with the kids and watch a movie. Or I'll go in my office and I will not work in my office. I will just binge watch TV while my kids are in the other room watching their TV and playing on their tablets. And, we see each other for snacks pretty much. That's what those days look like sometimes. Sometimes it's a walk outside. Sometimes it's a family hike or something. Um, like some days on my do nothing days, like just the white day, it feels I feel like high energy and I don't want to sit and I want to go do things and I will. And sometimes on my do nothing day, I come up with an idea for a brilliant project. And like whether it's a home project or a work project, like I have designed a number of like printable resources for my Etsy shop on my do nothing days because the spark just hit because I allowed myself time to calm down and to just be for a minute. And then I got, oh, here we go. This is a great idea. Let me go whip that up because it's fun for me to work on Canva and do all that designing. So I will do that. But if I'm doing that on Do Nothing Day, I have to make sure I'm balancing it with rest, break from the screens, all that kind of stuff. And it's always just a go with the flow kind of thing. All right. And I will oftentimes try to spend some time outside, especially if I got distracted from my do nothing day and like designed something on my computer. I will be sure to take time to go outside and refresh and reground because the tech just sucks your energy out. And so I like to re energize outside. If I'm feeling it, I'll do like some yoga or Pilates. I'm not big on working out. I don't normally work out, but I will usually do some stretching or some yoga if it feels good on a do nothing day because I have a whole day of time. I can't use the excuse I don't have time to do that. So if I want to do it, I do it. Sometimes I'll take a bath in the middle of the day. That feels so awesome. And, sometimes I'll just ask the kids, "Hey, what do you guys want to do today? Let's do whatever you want to do." Because I'm just so excited to like not have anything I have to do, you know? And we'll do something like that. But I mean, I basically do whatever I feel like. And I do my best to enjoy every moment of that day. All right. So that's what my do nothing days look like. That's what my restful days look like. They look different every day. But the point is, I do everything I can to not stress. I do everything I can to have a good time. And I do everything I can to pour into myself and those around me. All right. It's not a day for me to show up and serve. It's not a day for me to cook a big dinner. Some days, on my do nothing days, I end up feeling so good at dinner time that I will cook up um, like a bigger dinner. And if you've heard me talk before, I'm not big on cooking. So that's like a big emotional shift that I can feel well enough that I'm like excited to cook dinner for the family. And I might cook something a bit more complicated, like, some country fried chicken or, bacon lasagna from scratch or something like that. Um, but yeah, like I try to go to bed on time because even a restful day can be kind of exhausting. And I'm usually ready to like go to sleep by like 7 on a day like that. But these days are so important. And I mean, there's a reason why rest is talked about so often and recharging is, a thing. And there's a reason why Sabbath is such a big deal, like in the Bible. And I'm pretty sure other religions have it too, where just taking a day to rest, recalibrating, renewing yourself is it's so good for you. And it will like light a fire in your soul to do a do nothing day. Like my friend was just she was sending me so many like realizations. Like her whole life was falling into place simply because she finally took a day where she didn't have a to-do list. She finally had a day where she wasn't booked from morning to night with things to do. She just gave herself permission to exist and her soul has been like lit on fire. She's got so much direction now. She knows what she wants and she's, ready to get it. And I'm so excited for her and I love being on this journey with her. I love helping her, stay motivated and learn how to create things in the areas that are brand new to her. I'm super proud of her, and I know you're probably listening too. You're my best friend. I love you. So, find yourself a friend like that you guys just light each other on fire, by the way. But yeah, that's it. Do nothing day. Do a do nothing day and let me know how it goes. Let me know what you did on your do nothing day and what you learned and how it felt. I want to know physically how you felt the change in your body when you do nothing day. Yeah, that's it, my friend. I love you. Talk to you later. Bye. Thank you so much for joining me today for this episode of Meant to Bloom. It really does mean the world to me. But are you ready to take this a step farther? Check out the description below of this episode and grab your mindset makeover. It's totally free, my gift to you. Then hop on Instagram and let me know what you thought of this episode. Tag me at Britt Clarkson. That's BritClarkson. If any part of this resonated with you, please let me know by tagging me or leave a review and share on social media so other mamas can find this too. If it helped you, it's going to help someone else. You're part of a movement now. Let's go.